BoDean 52, how are you, folks? There are so many modifications to motorcycles, so many things to do. Some bikes you don't do hardly any, some bikes maybe you do more. If you could only have one modification or change to your motorcycle, and it was free of charge, what would it be? So, my 2000 Road King Classic goes by the name of Duke. If you're new to the channel, that's right, I name my bikes. I'll tell you what, every video I do where I call my motorcycle by name, there's going to be one or two people that go, dude, it's an object, what are you doing? Those are the nice ones, but I don't care. This goes by the name of Duke. You get it, John Wayne, Road King Classic. Alright, focus, BoDean, focus. So, I have done many modifications to motorcycles that I've had. This one I bought used at about 20,000 miles. And it came with a stage 1 on it. And I have done nothing else. I like it pure as the driven snow. It's about to snow in Michigan. Never mind. Dad joke. So, I don't plan to do anything else. I'm not putting apes on it. I'm not doing crap to this motorcycle. Now, my 2021 Road Glide is a different story. And if you're going to say, you know, if you didn't buy a Harley, you wouldn't have to do all these modifications. Or the Harley you get is fine. You don't have to do all the modifications. I get it. You're preaching to the choir. You're right. I know. It's just part of what we do. Is it stupid? Is it wrong? Does it make us an individual bike? Yeah, pretty much all those things. So, but I was thinking, and I do plan on the next video to this one to tell you what is my favorite modification. But I really want to make sure that I am on the Road Glide Limited because that's where I've done most of the work. I'm also taking you down one of my favorite roads while we're talking about this, and the fall colors are starting to change, and it definitely gets beautiful around here this time of the year. But so, you know, what do you do? There's tons of stuff. There's, you know, upgrades to the motor. There is that kid taking pictures without my permission. There is new bars. There's new seats. There's suspension. Yeah, and if you ride a Harley and I said suspension, I know you're shaking your head. You think that's going to be number one, don't you? Well, we'll see. But there's a million different things. There's cosmetic stuff. I got some cool mirrors on my other bike. You know, and I thought about which one of the three, and I do have three that I like, and I guess I could share those for my Road Glide because I'm not going to narrow them down yet. But the three, man, look at that. That is beautiful. The three that I love the most are handlebars. That is definitely one of the three. Number 2 is a new seat. That is definitely a top 3 and a big one for sure. And then the third one is suspension. And I do have what I think number 1 is, and you will learn that next Sunday. But the reason I bring that up is it also is that time of the year where a lot of times a motorcycle is going in hibernation, whether it's in your garage, whether it's in a dealership. You know, I can never take my bike to the dealership and have them store it. And I know, well, first of all, I get it. Some folks just don't have a place to put it, and I get that. So, totally makes sense there, right? But I like to have it with me. Is that wrong? I guess if the weather changes or I know it's there. Not taking a picture now, aren't you? I scared you with this bike. Yeah, you could figure out that I did turn around back there. By the way, it was a perfect turn, if I must say so myself. But I got to have my motorcycle in the garage. I mean, who am I going to go out and talk to in the garage in the wintertime anyway? So, but I definitely have a favorite of those, and I was thinking about doing a video on that. I'm like, yeah, man, I'll tell everybody what the best and number one modification they should do to their motorcycle is. And then I'm like, man, it's not up to me. It's what's important to people. What's important to me may not be important to somebody else. I may say handlebars, and I'm not telling you that's it. And somebody may go, dude, I just want highway pegs. That's what's most important to me. So I am going to be really interested in getting feedback on that after I film that video. But there's got to be one, right? So my question to you is, do you have one? And you don't, answer it. What do you think? Now, let's do the same thing I'm doing. What are your top three? No particular order. What are your top three? And then after the next video, we will decide on, that's an odd place to take a nap. We will decide on, that's a dad joke, isn't it? A dead animal on the road, that's an odd place to, never mind. Focus, BoDean, focus. You can tell I haven't been out riding. Tell me what you think three of them are, and then we'll narrow it down on next Sunday's video that comes out every Sunday, by the way, at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. We will narrow it down to the number one, and I definitely have one. And then I'm thinking, is that really the one, or do I like this better? And then I'm like, the third one, and I'm like, all right, I figure if I get out on the bike, I'm riding and I'm talking to you guys, because I'm a little weird like that. I'm in a helmet talking to myself. When you really think about YouTubers and motovlog, that really is what we're doing. We are just riding our motorcycles, talking to people, which is beautiful. I love it, by the way. But I figure if I'm out with you guys, then I'll figure out what the number one really is, because it'll just come to me. But you got to narrow it down to one, don't you? I don't know. Well, that is it, folks. Thought I would share what was on my mind. I know that is dangerous, and I'm appreciative that you listen to what's on my mind, because I know there's many times you're just shaking your head going, it's one weird dude. But check out next week's video, and we will talk about it more. And you guys be safe out there. Make sure you check on a friend, and appreciate all of you. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.